The 13th annual Bahamas International Film Festival is coming up, and it's being staged both in Harbour Island and here in New Providence. And Leslie Vanderpool is here today along with Bianca to talk about it. You have some wonderful things to show us, right?
Yes, we have a series of promotional videos for the Bahamas International Film Festival. And actually, Secretary Hillary Clinton was even speaking about it, right?
Yeah, it was really interesting because through our partnerships, when we partner with the United States Embassy to showcase a film,
Right.
she cited 3 cities around the world that were showing a difference and raising social consciousness. And because we partnered with Embassy showcasing a film on, a social ill that we may have, she cited it. So it's kind of cool to have.
What social ill was that?
Well, I don't want to raise any kind of controversy, but we showed a film called Children of God that was about the relationships between 2 men, and it was talking about an LGBT social issue.
Okay. I understand. No, but you're providing an avenue for Bahamians to express themselves through film.
Absolutely, and we got a lot of flack for that, because I think we should all be able to express ourselves.
And we should be open-minded as well.
Yes, and so that's one of the reasons why we program films that deal with the things that we have to confront as a country. Also, we show films that entertain you. 33 films, 33 feature films we're showing at the film festival this year, and 63 short films. So we're really, really honored to have a lot of. You'll see some of the clips on the segment, but we're really honored to have industry professionals from all over the world, from London, from South Africa, from all over the United States, coming down to the Bahamas and showcasing their films. A few films I can remember that we have. Well, we have 5 Bahamian films
For this
year.
This year.
Yes, and then we have 3 other films that have Bahamian actors in it that are made in the United States. The films that we're showcasing have Ariana Vanderpool in it, the one called The Black Line, about Olympic swimmer debunking the myth of blacks knowing how to swim or not wanting to swim. And then Rick Fox partnered with the Weinstein Company, which is a distribution company, and Lexus, the car dealership, to make a short film that he stars in called Game. And then, I don't know if you know, but Dorian Missick, you met him, but Dorian Missick is a Bahamian actor making us proud. He has a film in the festival called 9 Rives. And then the other Bahamian films that we have, that's the opening night film, Before the Trees Was Strange, directed by Derek Burrows. It's a documentary. And we have 2 double features on the opening night, a film called Blind with Demi Moore, Alec Baldwin, and Dylan McDermott. And we're showcasing another short film opening night called Carl's Presence, and that's directed by Kevin Taylor. It has Phyllis Albury in it, and Barry Russell, Bahamian actors. So we're really happy to be highlighting Bahamian cinema, and in addition to the other films that we have.
And you've been doing this for 13 years, and I'm sure.
Barry Pinder.
Barry Pinder, yes. For 13 years, I'm sure you've had rave reviews on most of these films.
Some of these films have gone on to win Oscars, and before they're shown in the theater, they've gone on to win Oscars, like a film called Precious. That won an Academy Award for Best Writer, but first African American writer to win an Academy Award for writing. And Lenny Kravitz was in that film, and The King's Speech, and that was merely a submission. Like, I didn't have to go out and get that film. Weinstein Company, we have a really great relationship with them. They just sent the film. They said, like any filmmaker would submit their film. They submitted their film, and I put this film in my, at the time, it was a DVD and player, and I sat there and I said, gosh, this is our opening night film, King's Speech.
And it worked.
And it worked. And they went on to win how many Academy Awards?
Yes.
So
What the people who go to the Cannes Festival, I'm sure they think about the Bahamas International Film Festival, and sometimes people compare these festivals.
You cannot compare Cannes. Cannes
I'm
is
sure.
one of the best festivals on the planet. The Bahamas is only 13 years. They are 66 years old, or actually going on 70 years old. And
when I talk about compare, I'm talking about the experiences in terms of location.
300,000 people go to the Cannes Film Festival, and about 2,000 come here. But well, you have 2,000 participants. But everybody marks out their calendar at the for the Cannes Film Festival. You have buying and selling going on all the time. You have about 250 films screening a day. And this is the kind of energy that we want to think about for the Bahamas International Film Festival. But it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of planning. Actually, when Cannes Film Festival first started, they saw growth after the 13th year. So I am really hopeful that after this year...
13 is a magic number.
And then so Cannes is a completely different animal because the community cannot embrace it. They can't go to the films. It's only industry driven. And so we invite the community to come to our film festival, and it's only $4. $4 to see a film. We bring Hollywood to the Bahamas. We teach people how to make film, how to become an actor, how to edit. If you're a costume designer, you can come and listen to a panel, and that's $10. And the venues, you know, we have all the panels at the Pirates Republic Brewery downtown. The venue for the opening night is at Rawson Square. After the opening night films, we have Ronnie Butler performing. The closing night film, we're doing that at Fort Charlotte, the Fort Stanley side. And that the performance after the closing night is performed by Benjai, who is a Trinidadian performer. So there's just so much that the film festival has to offer. Films, educational component, and if anybody wants to know about the festival, they can go on to, do you mind if I say the website?
Go ahead.
www.bintlfilmfest.com, or you can call our festival office 698-1800. But we have so many great films, like our opening night film, our closing night film, Bazodiv, directed by, written by Claire Ains, who won the 2008 Screenwriter Residency Program with Michelle Montano in it, and you know, the singer, the soca singer. And then we have wonderful films that will be able to teach you and make you go on a journey and make you travel. 26 countries we're representing. So you don't have to go on a plane, you just come in the movie theater for $4, or if you get a day pass, $10, or a week pass, $25, and just watch film after film after film. Starting in Nassau, we come back from Harbor Island on the 8th, and with our opening night film in Rockland Square, and then the 9th from 11 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. You can watch back-to-back films. Saturday as well, 11 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night, and Sunday from 11 to 5:30.
You chose Harbor Island because of its beauty, I guess, because of it has a good reputation as well.
It has a great reputation. It has actors that live there. We need, as we highlighted Niagara Key as a sponsor, as we're highlighting JCN. We want to highlight beauty of the Bahamas. We want to bring the filmmakers here. We want to invite them here so they can actually think about making film in the Bahamas. So we can attract the runaway productions again. So it's very strategically placed, and we look forward to going to other islands in the Bahamas.
Tell me about local film makers, because we've had a whole lot of them in the recent past who they've gotten some very good reviews themselves. Bahamians.
Yes.
Let's speak to that.
Yes, and it's, what the festival tries to do is try to show the world and celebrate cinema, our Bahamian filmmakers. We've done that with Kareem Mortimer, Maria Govan, Travolta Cooper, and those are the household names that I think have come through the film festival. Now you're gonna be hearing about Christopher Reed, who has a film Before It's Too Late in the festival. You're gonna be hearing about Kevin Taylor, you'll be seeing his short film at the opening night in between the two double feature films. And Tamika Galanis has a film called something about the lionfish, and it's a documentary. She's studying film abroad. And there's just so many people that I think we've showcased over 80 Bahamian films at the festival. And we marry them with the international films so that when people are coming to the festival to see these films, they see standard across the board. We don't just show any Bahamian film, because you have to, there's a criteria that one must meet. We were talking about sound, the sound quality, the acting, the lighting, everything. There's so many elements that come into play when you are making a film. And I think that the Bahamas International Film Festival, the reason why we get these accolades is because we choose such great film. And simple as that.
You're encouraged by all that you do, I'm sure.
I think that there needs to be a lot of work to be done. I'm so happy to plan the 13th year, but I'm looking forward to 20 years, because it's one thing to celebrate cinema, but it's another to institutionalize it. And I think that's our next step, is to how do we create facilities where it's a 360-day activity, and we take the students out of the traditional workforce or the schools and colleges, because not everybody is made to go to college. People want to study a trade, and that's why we partner with BTVI. We have gone into BTVI to teach some of the students how to make film for 3 weeks, and that's very encouraging because people are looking for those opportunities. People are looking for how to be creative, and there's a need.
NIGAD Key has been a place where a whole lot of international stars have traveled, and you encourage the arts at NIGAD Key, don't you?
Yes, we do. Well, it's just really beautiful for me to hear Leslie speak on this, because we had this wonderful conversation 13 years ago, and it was just a dream for you at this point, and now it's been 13 years, and it is wonderful to hear how much opportunity it's really given the Bahamas, way more than just watching films, like she was saying, to teach people in every aspect, for lighting,
Costume design,
writing,
acting,
costume
editing.
design, and then also featuring Ronnie Butler and other,
Always
just to have
remembering the legend. Yeah.
right, to have such respect for the legends and
Yes.
bring that back, and just, that's where your heart really is, and that's how you
Can you imagine
were
a film being made about
brought up.
Sir Ronnie Butler?
Mhm.
Can you
Yes.
imagine a film being made about just both of you? I mean, there's content to be
Yeah,
made.
it's wonderful, and to not lose that, where the Bahamas didn't have so much of that before, and we lost so much. We can't preserve it, even, Junk Canoe's coming up, even with our Junk Canoe costumes or whatever, we've lost so much, and so it's wonderful to be able to provide people with that opportunity.
And films have legs. So not just showcasing here in the Bahamas. How many festivals are there? Like over 3,000 festivals. So a filmmaker can enter his or her story or film into festivals.
And any great ideas like this, though, they do need funding. It's one thing to have an idea, it's one thing to be able to work hard and have a plan, but eventually you need the money. And I'm really grateful for my dad that he could see that and contribute in so many ways financially to people's dreams, and because he knows it himself from his own dream of being a rags to riches story, having a dream, working towards that, and building stuff. And just like in Niagara Key, it was like, you know, you could tell people about your dreams and they think you're crazy, and you go and you work towards it, and then all of a sudden he made this tree house. And once he made this tree house, it was like you build it and they will come. And it actually did bring a lot of people to the Bahamas, bring a lot of recognition around the world. And this is the same thing that's happening here, is that now Leslie had this dream. She works endlessly all the time, you know. And now it's just growing like it never ends. Now she's like, now we need to do more, and you want to give back into the community. And the film festival, it's inexpensive. It's in a nice environment. It's safe, and it's educational and entertaining. It's like such a great way to have some safe, positive fun on this island. You know, so there's nothing negative about it, and it's amazing that once people start things like this, how it grows into this positive energy force everywhere.
And Bianca said something really perfectly about dreams. Like when filmmakers went to your house, they just couldn't believe this amazing venue, home, and they can't stop talking about it. But you realize we're all dreamers. You're a dreamer. You wouldn't have thought of this. The filmmakers, the writers, we are all dreamers. And I had the opportunity to be a consultant for a company. And we had to do a project. We introduced a project for them, and they were older people, and they couldn't write down one dream. They couldn't write down one hobby, one interest. And so these kinds of artistic opportunities engage in people's. It sparks their reality.
Yeah. What are you doing to? Let's say a young Bahamian is interested in participating or interested in filmmaking. What do you suggest to him or her?
Contact the Film Festival office, 698-1800, or go on the website and you will find us. Our emails are there. The website is www.bintlfilmfest.com, or you Google Bahamas International Film Festival. We have a Facebook page at BIF242. We're all on social media, but you know, I am so empowered by helping young people and older, because we all need to come together, be creative, celebrate life, celebrate cinema. And right now in Bahamas International Film Festival, December 5th through the 11th, we are bringing Hollywood to the Bahamas to celebrate our sun, sand, sea, cinema, and celebrities.
So the Ministry of Tourism is excited about it?
Well, the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture is excited about it, and we have great partners with them, and the Cabinet Office. They have given us Rawson Square, the Police Commission. Thank you so much for making us safe as we watch, and the Antiquities, Monuments, and Museums, RBC, IRCA, Galleria, Alive. Alive is our sponsor, the new mobile technology company. And we're just really honored. The Hilton, Compass Point, JCN, Niagara Key, thank you.
Right.
But we're just really happy to be providing quality cinema in the Bahamas.
Very good. Well, we wish you all the best as you move forward, and congratulations on all on all that you have been doing over the years. And I'm sure the 13th festival is going to be very successful based on what you've all said here today. But we have something coming up after this. We are introducing something that you brought along, right?
Yes, there's several clips of the film.
Okay,
the trailers.
Very good. Okay, so we're going to take this break, but when we return, you would see some clips, as Leslie Vanderpool said. And Bianca, it's always good to see you.
It's always great to see you. Yeah. Don't forget to come to the Bahamas International Film Festival in Harbor Island, the 5th through the 8th, and in Nassau from the 8th to 11th. It's $4 or $2 for students and seniors. It's really affordable.
Very good. Thank you so very much. And at the end of this, we're going to show these clips. Thank you so very much. Good evening, everyone.